guys, it's Angela with Always Angela, and as always, we chat about life, we chat about family, and we chat about faith. And so today we're going to have a life discussion as I am going to go ahead and make my desserts for Thanksgiving. Today we're chatting about emotional maturity. My 3 signs that the person you're dealing with is emotionally mature, even if that person is yourself. So, stay tuned. So thanks for joining me in the conversation in my kitchen. I may not be able to give you full eye contact, but I'm here with you. I'm going to make my death by chocolate cake, which is really funny because only one of my children really like chocolate. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how fast we can give lots of this away. But anyway.
Would you like a piece of chocolate cake?
What are we talking about then?
Away. But anyway, emotional maturity. You know, I think a lot about this because I'm always just somewhere thinking about something and reflecting about life. You know, that's what happens, I guess, when you reach 50, you start thinking about things of your past and how things were and how you were and how you processed information. And often reminded of a conversation I had with someone who knew me back in my 20s. And the woman said, it was the greatest compliment. She said, you seem so much more peaceful. You just seem happy. And she said, you know, whatever it was you were going through back then must have gone away. And I had to honestly say, it didn't go away. I just stopped trying to fix it. You know, one thing that I had to learn throughout my years is you can't fix everything. You just can't. And everyone is not going to see you the way that you wish that they would. But there's only one person you can control, and that's you. And that's where the emotional maturity comes in. Are we mature enough to be okay with being wrong? Not just being wrong, but being right and seen as being wrong. Emotional maturity will allow us to go through situations. Let people think what they will. Don't try to bad talk them. Don't even have to share your side of the story, because many times these are people on the sideline of life looking at this match back and forth. Who said this? Oh, they gonna say that. Emotional maturity does the mic drop. You just let people say what they want to say. They're going to anyway. And you just be who you are. Of course, there are times when, of course, we have to speak up for ourselves. And emotional maturity, you will know when. Another key to emotional maturity is that not only are you not afraid to be seen as wrong or even to be wrong at times, you're okay with hearing about it. Being corrected, it's okay. No one says you're a terrible person because you missed it or because you made a choice that just didn't work out. Being emotionally mature, you are able to make shifts in your journey, in your plan. Emotional maturity, in my opinion, offers grace. Not just grace in the sense of, oh, well, I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to harbor resentment. No. Grace in, okay, I didn't like that. This person has done this and that or whatever. And sometimes you can trace it back to the why. Or you can just be okay with, this is where we are. So we're going to go through all of these points. So the first thing, in being okay with being wrong. You know, as a mom, a lot of times I have to tell because I'm dealing with teenagers now, and I have to tell my boys, I have to tell my teens, I am correcting you, I'm telling you, this is what I see, this is the message you're giving me, is this what you intend to do? Sometimes, because they are my children, okay, sidebar. The first question I think, well, one of the first questions I'm going to ask.
Is this heaven?
Questions I'm going to ask when I get to heaven is, Lord, why didn't you tell me that I would give birth to children who act like me? Why did you tell me that I would have headstrong children? You know, big picture, they're great, they're wonderful, they try their best, which is great. Do they always make the best decisions? No. Have wonderful twists and turns in their journeys, and of course we love and support them. But one thing that we try to reiterate is, I may be correcting you, but it doesn't mean you're 100% wrong.
Hey, you're great. You're great.
You see, it's not always about just being wrong. It's about being okay with being wrong.
Excuse me, what?
It's okay that you're being corrected in this moment. You did. Okay. Handle it. Handle your business. Do what you gotta do.
I was like, okay.
Nobody's here for complaining. And no one's gonna throw a ticker tape parade because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And so be okay with the decisions that you've made. Emotional maturity can say, okay, I did this, because I'm the shortest person in the house. Just a second. Can you get the cocoa for me? I can't reach it. It's on that top shelf. And so, whoa, thank you. It's a shame. All of a sudden you're strong and you need your tall sons to get stuff. But I'm just gonna go with it. Anyway, and thank you, honey.
You made your choice all those years ago.
Had a great time, but what do I need to do to get to where I want to be, right? And so you stop complaining, you stop groveling and finding fault with yourself and beating yourself up. And don't forget, Scripture tells us there is therefore now no condemnation, none, in them who love the Lord. And so stop condemning yourself and beating yourself up. Pick yourself up. Okay, God, what is your plan? God says, and are the plans of man, but it's the Lord who orders our steps. Sometimes, because we're so busy thinking about what we think is our best future, we start putting things into place and we start lining things up. Now, for real, that's just manipulation. And often when you set out to manipulate, it is the lack of emotional maturity and trust that will cause you to feel like you can manipulate and really have to manipulate all the people around you because they have to be in a comfortable spot in order for you to be comfortable. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So when you've made those choices, there's no sense in getting upset and mad at the world around you. Keep moving forward. What's the next step? What do I have to do? So yes, emotional maturity pushes you beyond your discomfort. Emotional maturity says that it doesn't matter what everyone else has done, what everyone else thinks, and why, and the whys. Why did it take you so long? Why didn't you do this earlier? Who cares? Who cares? I'm doing it now. And so this rolls right over into the whole looking wrong. It's okay. I can look wrong. For those who really know me, know that is not a big deal. That is not a deal breaker in my happy days for me to look wrong, because human being here, and lots of times I miss it. It's okay. Anyway, it's okay to be in relationship with people who can see you at your most vulnerable moments. Now, let's just kind of turn that a little bit. How do you know if you're dealing with someone that's emotionally immature in that aspect? Nothing they do is wrong. You'll get things like, well, no, I just didn't know. Well, no, that's not my fault. It was because other people did A, B, C, and D, and that person is a this, and that person is a that, and I didn't know this was going to happen. Really, child? Okay. Or, it's because I tried to do it, but I just couldn't figure it out, and it's not my fault, and please don't blame society and all that stuff. Whatever it is. I mean, people have gone so far as I was tired. That's why I was cranky and I lost my cool. I was hungry. Now, yeah, I'm definitely one of those people that, when my sugar drops, I'm ready to eat. But I know that about myself, right? Emotionally mature people know what pushes their buttons. And it's not your fault. They own responsibility for their actions. So
I admit it, I screwed up.
I'm saying two things. The same way we need to own responsibility for our actions and be okay with, okay, that wasn't a good plan, but let me try this plan. We also need to watch who we're in a relationship with, because sometimes those people that we're in a relationship with will drag us into this mindset that is not productive. And they're the ones who are saying, well, it's not my fault, or these people. Girl, you ain't do nothing wrong. That's not on you. No, that was on them. No, because see, what happened was they should have A, B, C, and D. I don't need anyone in my corner who cannot say to me, well, Angela, I see what you're saying, but I don't agree. And that's how it is in relationship with people. Emotionally mature people can weed through all the distractions and get to the root of the issue. We're okay with being seen wrong. We're okay when we don't do it the way we thought we should have, and now we're on a different path, and we can focus forward on what it is we need to do, because we're emotionally mature enough not to play the head games and just keep moving forward. The other thing is, as I just mentioned, you look at the people that are in your corner. Do you have people that can't speak the truth to you? You don't want to be around someone that you have to tiptoe through life trying to make them feel good when nothing's going to make them feel good. They try to control everything around them because they don't feel good. They try to fill their lives with yes sirs and yes ma'ams because they don't feel right within themselves. And I'm always going to offer Christ as one of the primary answers, because when we know how much Christ loves us, then we can begin to love ourselves and step outside, again, those comfort zones. Emotionally mature people are okay with getting help. There, I said it. Emotionally mature people are okay with getting help. All your resources together. Start with Christ and let him show you, let the Lord show you which direction you need to go. You can't do one, in my opinion, without the other. And I love to pray. I will pray all day, which, that's the word, pray without ceasing. Where's my balance? I look at all those things. Emotionally mature people, they recognize when they don't feel okay. And that's that part of being able to move and shift and grow and being okay with that growth, not holding on to things of the past and thinking, oh, well, someone's going to see me as being weak. Who cares? Really? Who cares? Accomplishing things in life, whatever they are, it's something that when you commit to doing it, you put your full effort in it. And you allow yourself to be okay in those moments where maybe people don't cheer you on, and that's okay, right?
You can do it!
Because as a mature, emotionally mature person, you're motivated from here, not here. You don't allow yourself to listen so much to the chatter of what you think people are saying about you, and you focus on what you know about you, that you're able to do all things, that you are more than a conqueror, that you are victorious, that you have this thing because God goes before you and He's working it all out for your good. And yes, there have been times that you get to make the right choice now. So get up and do that thing. Be that person, be that man, be that woman that you want to be, and just go after it and believe in yourself and start speaking the promises of God over your life and writing them down. Write those affirmations. I remind yourself that you got this. Being emotionally mature, you don't dwell in your past. No. You focus on your future. And just keep remaining positive. Keep moving forward. You got this. Well, thank you for joining me with this chat. As you can tell, I'm not getting anything done as I'm talking. So I'm going to end right now. And I'm going to finish making my cake, Death by Chocolate. And I will chat with you later. As always, continue joining the conversations where we're always about Christ. No cliches, just keeping it real. And you all be blessed.